It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning, and I still remember that time back in November 2009 when I was in the break room here.
Okay.
And I laid my eyes on that first chocolate muffin.
Oh my God, you have a date? You have a date.
Jose was right there next to me,
Yes.
skinny as a whip.
Yeah.
Brooke could still make out faces and shapes without her glasses
I
on.
remember
What a
those
world.
days.
I don't. I don't think that's actually true. I haven't been able to do that since third grade.
You know, life was different. We were young, and I was in love with that muffin.
Yeah. Well,
The good old days is what we call it.
The love is still there, Jeffrey.
Well, I remember I told myself, you know what? I'm going to come back and eat that muffin after lunch. And when I did, it was gone.
Oh, no.
Missed my chance with that muffin.
You remember the date that you first saw the muffin, but not when you ate it?
I never got to eat it. Never
was a
got the
teaser.
chance. If there was an option for me to do a closure call with that
with the
chocolate muffin, I would
Okay.
do it.
So this is the regret you live with.
It
It must
is.
be a hard
I'm
thing
sure-
to wake up every day and
I'm
be
sure
you.
one of the board ops ate it or something, bro. It's not a huge deal.
I'll never know. I'll never know. But I only bring it up because rarely do we get emails like the one we got today about a long-lost love from over a decade ago.
Oh, this is how
I
you
love
relate?
these.
And that's why our listener Gabe is on with us today. Gabe, what's up, man?
Hey guys, how are you?
Was it poppy seed or blueberry for you, my man?
Definitely blueberry.
Yeah.
What are we calling the Muffin Man?
I love stories of love.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you had a long-lost love from a long time ago. Why don't you tell us about her?
Yeah, well, first off, I just wanted to kind of thank you guys for helping me out. This is kind of like a nervous thing, but
It's okay.
long story short, I had my first job fresh out of college, that kind of thing, and this must have been 13 years ago.
Okay.
And there was a girl named Claire, and we worked together briefly, but
Was she your age too?
yeah, she's the same age. And like I said, we worked together briefly, but I had a huge crush on her, and I never did anything about it.
Aw.
Brooke can't relate because she just sleeps with everybody she has a
Yeah.
crush on immediately.
And I'm going to
That's
tell you,
emotionless, Jeff.
mostly that ruins the crush.
Yeah.
But
So is it just a situation where you saw her from time to time while at work, or did you actually have some sort of connection with her?
So there was one night, there was a house party that I was throwing. Somebody invited her.
Dude,
so you're
nice.
stoked. This is your moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I happened to be wildly buzzed, but
Oh, I think we call that drunk, Gabe.
Wildly
yeah. And I didn't really talk to her just a little bit because there was a lot of people. But at the end, I thanked her for coming and asked her to hang out. And then nothing for months.
Well, you
She's
gotta
like,
follow.
this guy's wildly buzzed in front of me. I'm not going out with him. He probably won't even remember.
But there's a huge but. So like 3 or 4 months later, out of nowhere, literally a random call, she says, "Do you want to go to a Nora Jones concert with me?"
Oh,
Whoa.
Wow, lucky you.
so
Nora Jones.
she finally uses your number, and she's the one making the plan.
I canceled absolutely everything I had going on.
That boy.
The only person to ever do that for
boy.
Nora Jones.
Oh, I love Nora Jones.
I know, I did too.
Yeah, I mean, the concert was okay. It was a good time, but there was no kiss, just a hug.
I mean, Nora Jones is like the setup for a romantic evening.
Yeah, it's
right?
a chill concert. It's not too
lovey
crazy.
a little
or-
bit.
Yeah, there's
you
no
know.
mosh pit.
So nothing happened there. What happened next?
So we spent another 3 months of just being friends, talking once in a while, nothing
Okay.
crazy, and then one night finally hooked up.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh my
either.
gosh.
How was that?
Was your mind blown?
I'll say best relationship ever, but then for some reason that only lasted 3 or 4 months. There's like a weird 3 or 4 month thing with her and I don't know what it is.
So did she move? Like, why did you guys? I mean, what happened? Did you just kind of?
She
Fall off?
she kind of disappeared.
Oh, that's
Oh.
not good.
Like missing persons sort of deal, or?
I'll put it this way: we had to break up via email because I didn't hear from her and I didn't know where she was.
Oh, over an email she broke up with you?
Well, yeah, we were talking and she said, I told her how I felt, basically. The email said, "Where you been?" That kind of thing. And she said, "Maybe we'll meet again in the future." And then something along the lines of like, "Happy St. Patrick's Day."
What?
Yeah, it was right around that time. So it was just,
Oh,
Well, that's good.
So,
dumped you on St. Patrick's Day.
I mean,
yeah, I hate that holiday now.
so it just sounds like you guys were on two different levels, right? Like you were super into her and her not quite
Yeah.
as much.
But also, like, this is straight out of college. I mean, you're still really young at the time. That's like young love.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened after that?
Well, I moved on. I got married.
Aw, congrats.
Well, recently divorced, actually.
Okay, recently divorced. That's fine.
How many times has Brooke congratulated someone on their marriage only to find out they were divorced shortly afterwards?
It just feels wrong to ask right after someone says I got married if they're divorced. I don't know what to...
obviously trying to get closure with this girl.
I know.
Reach out to her eyes. You're like, look, baby, I'm married, but if we do another Norah Jones night, I'm back.
I seriously.
Okay. Well,
so
now we're still thinking about her.
Yeah. How does Claire come back into the picture here?
Well, Claire comes back because I have all my friends, and they're all bugging me to get back into dating, and now there's dating apps and that kind of thing. And who do you think I see on the dating app?
Norah Jones.
Oh,
it was Claire. Was it Claire?
I think it was Claire.
Yeah, it's Claire.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
I can't believe it. You guys matched on a... Wait, did you connect?
Yeah, did you match?
No. Honestly, I didn't know what to do, so I did nothing. Maybe she saw me, maybe she didn't. I said I didn't do anything at all.
But it gets that image of her in your head, right? Where now it's like, oh my gosh, she's around.
And she's single.
She's single, and she's in town.
So are we reaching out to Claire?
Yeah, what are we doing here? Because this is a little bit different than a normal closure call. Normally, we get in touch with people who haven't responded to you in years or ghosted or left town. But you actually know Claire is back and she's single, and you want us to do what exactly?
Honestly, I just want to know what happened.
Yeah, what happened back in the day?
Do we want closure? I want an opener. I want you two to start talking.
Well, if that's the
again.
case, then why not just reach out to her yourself?
I mean, that's a good question. Honestly, I just don't want to screw this up. She's just one of those ones who ditched me all those years ago, and I still don't know why. And it hurts, and it kind of ticks me off a little bit, too.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of emotions, man.
And that might come out if you reach out to her yourself.
I mean, men love a little angry boy.
Hey, Claire, quick question. Who do you think you are? No, that's good.
Well, she might just tell me to enjoy another holiday and then call it quits. I don't know.
Suddenly Arbor Day is ruined for you, too. Yeah. Okay, well, let's do this. We're going to play a song.
Oh, I'm excited.
Because, as you know, we've already reached out to Claire for you.
Oh!
Wait, you tricked us, Jeff. You acted like you didn't know what was going on.
Well,
he's a host, Brooke. He's supposed to...
I'm letting you guys hear the story.
Yeah,
so
I'm excited.
We have reached out to Claire already, and we've asked her the 4 questions, trying to figure out what happened all those years ago.
Oh, my
seeing if we can reconnect the two of you.
Okay.
And we're going to come back and read what she said.
We always have to wait.
We're going to do it and get your closure call right after this.
Thanks, guys.
It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning, and I know everybody on the text board and in studio right now wants me to just get straight into the closure call questions and answers.
Yes, I am dying to hear what Claire has to say.
It's the longest song ever.
But real quick, if you're just joining us, today is about long-lost love.
Oh, it's so sweet.
With one of our listeners, Gabe, who worked with a young lady named Claire over a decade ago when they were both straight out of college.
Yep.
It took him a while to even kiss her.
But he did.
He did.
He did, and it was amazing. It was magical. It was everything he hoped it would be.
And they had a brief but meaningful fling after that suddenly ended just a couple months later over email with the tagline, Happy St. Patrick's Day to finish it. So Gabe now hates that holiday.
Well, he's just crying in his green beer still.
And Gabe, we stand with you. We hate St. Patrick's Day too. I mean, I'll drink a Guinness, but I'll hate the entire time I'm drinking.
Yeah, negative.
I appreciate that.
That's because 13 years after that breakup, guess who popped up once again on a dating site? Claire. And Gabe has asked us to reach out to her first. He hasn't even sent her a message yet because he wants to get some closure on what went down all those years ago.
Yeah. And if she even felt the same. I mean, gosh.
So we sent Claire 4 questions that Gabe worked with our producer on, and she did respond to all of them. Gabe, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, God, you're nervous. It's okay. Just sit down, take a deep breath.
All right, so here we go. First question that we sent was, hey, Claire, it's Gabe. Sorry I'm doing this through a radio station. I know it's been a long time, but I've been thinking about you lately.
Oh, we did it. We put it out there.
You're one person in my life I've wanted to get some closure on a few things. I've had a couple questions I'd love to ask you about our past. Is that okay?
That was our first question?
That
I
was
like
Gabe's first question.
Okay.
I like
All
it.
right, Gabe.
And I would love that message. I'd be like, ooh, okay.
They're
You wouldn't want to
thinking
give the
about me.
option.
So-
I know. I would have jumped right in.
Claire responded, Gabe who?
No, shut up. Is she joking, Gabe?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
Jack.
My
Don't
heart
toy
sank.
with this man's emotions
I'm just
like
kidding,
that,
man.
Jeffrey. Are you
I
okay?
wouldn't even doubt it.
No. It was much better. She said, hey, oh my God, Gabe, it's been so long. So much has happened and changed. I would love to fill you in.
Yay!
So we have our open.
Oh, my God. I can
What?
feel the love, Gabe.
I mean, do you already feel like maybe you should have just reached out to her? She sounds so excited
Yeah.
to talk to you.
No, I'm glad you're doing it.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
but the tone of that seemed really good.
Happy,
Yeah.
Totally.
positive.
Yeah.
So
Very good.
the second question that we sent was, so I still don't know why you stopped seeing me all those years ago. Things seemed so good between us, and then you suddenly cut it off. Could you explain why or what happened? I never really understood.
Ooh. I think you and the producer worded that good because it doesn't sound too needy or desperate.
Yeah.
I want to know what's going on. Yep.
Yep, so she answered that and she said, yikes. Well,
Oh, okay, maybe I was wrong.
she says, that was a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
I was young and stupid
Oh, that's good.
and trying to find myself.
Why are
And
you laughing?
Brooke said, that's good. She called herself stupid.
It is. It means she made a bad choice.
Yeah, so she says, even when you and I were hanging out, I had a lot of other guys trying to date me.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it was just time for me to explore and try out some new things. And I didn't want to be tied down with just one person, even though I really liked you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Gabe, does it make sense to you?
I don't know what to say other than I get it now. There just could have been a lot different ways of her actually doing that than just stop talking to somebody.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
think she
true.
agrees. That's why she said she was stupid. Is
Yeah.
is my guess.
Yeah, I'm sure that you had a lot of other women trying to date you too at the time, right, Gabe?
Actually, no.
Oh.
It was
Oh.
pretty much just her. She was the only one I was
Oh.
thinking about. And
Oh,
Okay. Well,
never mind.
Yeah, hey, that's fine.
Yeah.
Gabe,
Can't
that's
relate,
fine.
but
Yeah.
here we are.
That's all right. If you're just joining us, we're doing something called a closure call. And if any listeners are unfamiliar with this, I mean, it takes us a long time to do these because we have to reach out to these people weeks and sometimes months before so we can track
Yeah.
them down and get some answers. We're through 2 of our 4 questions with Gabe and his long lost
Oh,
love,
the one that got
Claire.
away.
The third
Yeah.
question that we sent her was, since I haven't seen you in 13 years, I really don't know much about your life. What have you been up to? Have you been married? What's happened?
And that's basically us asking, are you actually single?
Yeah.
Even though we saw
pretty
her on a
much.
dating app.
No, totally.
Or, just trying to get any information like, have you been arrested?
Do you
like,
have kids?
Yeah, like we want to know all the
are you a
information.
criminal?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I feel
Are
like
you
that
wanted?
wouldn't stop you though.
So here's what she wrote back. Claire said, well, that's a lot to answer,
Ah,
but the highlights are never been married.
okay.
I did have a child, a
Aw.
6-year-old boy.
Aw.
I'm a single mom with a very good job. It's taken me a while to get to a space where I'm ready to date again. So, other than my one-person family, I'm now getting back out into the dating world again.
Oh,
Oh, my
time
God.
is here. It is perfect.
These
Her
are-
life is settled.
Yeah.
She's ready to date.
These are all good answers.
Are you okay? Are you okay with all that's happened in her life?
Yeah, I mean, it's Claire. I would probably be okay if she had 5 kids.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Aw.
Wow.
That's quite the statement. That would be a lot to have happened
I
in
know, that's a
13
lot.
years. I mean, she could have done it. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So, we're into our 4th and final question here. This is the big one, really,
Oh, what is it?
because we asked, a friend of mine told me you were single,
Oh, please tell us that we asked her out.
and I'm recently divorced. So, I know it's been a long time, but would you be interested in grabbing dinner sometime?
Oh, yes.
we didn't beat around the bush.
We
I love
clarified,
that.
not as friends,
Oh.
Yes.
or as friends with potentially more. I don't want to make this weird. Unfortunately, by doing it this way, I know I already am.
Okay.
I just know,
We just keep talking.
to
No, we
me,
shouldn't have said all that.
this is Gabe stuff. Hold
I
on.
know.
Yeah, we went a little long in this.
Yeah.
We
It's
decided to
okay.
pour our hearts out here.
Yeah.
We said, I just know to me, we had something really special, and I would like to explore that again.
Dude, how are you feeling? Are you ready to hear this?
I'm nervous. Oh, Gabe, sorry.
No, I don't want to hear it at all.
Oh,
What if it's good?
he's smiling.
All right, Gabe. So here's what Claire wrote back
Dude,
after we
Jeffrey.
asked her to hang out for dinner.
Do not break our heart, Jeffrey.
She said,
Yeah?
I think
Uh-huh.
it would be so much fun to grab a drink or coffee with you sometime
Yeah!
and catch
Are you
up
serious?
and see how things are.
Oh my
I'm
God.
open to possibilities in my life and putting myself out there.
Aww.
When are you free?
Oh,
Yay!
Gabe, you did it. You're in love. You got your girl back.
Hold on.
Okay,
Whoa,
Hold
calm
on.
down.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Let's not
Whoa.
start planning the wedding
I
just
love
yet.
Love.
Pump the brakes.
I can't
Jose.
help it.
She didn't say yes to dinner. She said yes to a drink, which is
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, that's the part that I picked up on. She said no to dinner and yes to drinks, but yeah, let's go grab a drink on Cinco de Mayo. I love holidays.
No.
You know what? I never do this on closure calls, but I'm going to offer to pay for when you guys go
What?
out.
Hey, like a
And-
second date
Really?
update.
Yep, and it is going to be to an Irish pub. Just
No,
just to bring back
no.
the old memories.
I hate you. Honestly, I hate you so much for that.
That's your closure call. It's Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.